What's going on, guys? ImNotMagic here, and after posting the why my parents think I smoke video, a lot of people asked in the comments to talk about peer pressure, and I've seen a recent increase in the amount of inbox messages I've been getting about peer pressure. And then finally what kind of put it over the top was that the other day I tweeted out, what should my next video be about, and I had like 3 or 4 tweets say to do it about peer pressure. And I don't really necessarily know what advice to give you about peer pressure other than, don't give in, which is kind of obvious. But I do know that I've been the victim of peer pressure multiple times, and I've gotten in so much trouble for it. One thing that I think I've done very well is I've been peer pressured into smoking numbers of times and haven't ever really done it. Like I said, I did it I think twice, and that was on my own choice. It was just with one other friend because I'm just not into that, and I'm not ragging on anyone else who's into it, but that's just my take on it. But with other things, usually when it has to do with girls, I get suckered into it. The most prominent one was this girl that I was liking. She was kind of not necessarily a typical role model girl. I mean, she for sure drank and went to parties every weekend, and she was one of those girls that you see the pictures of these girls that are just wasted at these college parties or whatever. That was her basically. Panties are showing, sometimes not. And so that was her. So kind of a dirty girl. Not dirty in the sense that she had AIDS or anything, but one of those girls. And I was really into her, Miss Badass. Now her best friend was Miss Perfect Angel, and they were the BFFs of a week. They literally met at a party and they became instant best friends, but they were only friends for a week. And this girl was the perfect student, straight A's, super nice, doesn't do anything wrong, never had a detention in her life. And so I liked Miss Badass, and my best friend happened to like Miss Perfect Angel. Now what had happened was, and this is what I'm guessing, but Miss Perfect Angel, in order to better fit in with Miss Badass, I guess, came up with this idea that they should ditch school. Now originally it was just going to be them two ditching school, which I'm fine with. Go ahead, ditch school, I don't really care. But then they decided to invite me and my friend. Now I've never really been a big fan of ditching school because I can tell you I've done it more times than I probably should have. It's nothing great. I mean, people act like ditching school is this awesome thing, and maybe it is for you guys, but for me it's usually we sit at one of my friends' houses who doesn't have parents, so we just sit there and watch TV for 6 hours. That's what it turns out to be. We play video games or something, which in the long run is better than school, but you get extra homework and stuff, so I don't know, I don't think it's worth it. Just my little advice. But at the time I was thinking, if I don't go, she's probably just gonna invite someone else. This will kill my chances with her. If I want to actually start actually seriously talking to this girl, I probably need to ditch with her. So we had devised this plan where I was gonna go down to my friend's house the morning that we were gonna ditch, and from my friend's house we were both gonna call the school acting like our parents. We're gonna call 10 minutes apart, and we were gonna say we're sick, or we had a doctor's appointment. I don't even remember what the excuse was. And then the girls would do the same thing. Miss Perfect Angel would go down to Miss Badass's house and they would do the same thing. I said that backwards. Miss Badass was going down to Miss Perfect Angel's house, but you get the idea. So I go down to my friend's house, and the entire way there I'm thinking, this isn't gonna work. And actually our plan was, from there, when both groups ended up succeeding in calling the school, and we were initiating phase 1 of our plan. This sounds like a Mission Impossible plan. We were gonna call Miss Badass's cousin. She was willing to pick us up at the local skate park where we'd meet up, or not the skate park, the skate shop. So the local skate shop where we met up, and she was gonna take us down to Santa Monica or some shit. So my friend calls the school, and he kind of does it like a pro, which makes me question how many times he's done it before. So he gets through it no problem, and I call the school, and obviously I'm shaky a little bit. I'm not really sounding like a confident adult, and I'm getting questioned more than probably the typical parent calling the school would, but I do get away with it, and I was just shocked that it worked. Now what had happened on the girls' side was that Miss Badass was making the first phone call to show Miss Perfect Angel how it's done, I guess. Unfortunately, Miss Perfect Angel's mom was still home and eavesdropping on their call. So she hears the whole thing. She rushes downstairs, and they both get in a shit ton of trouble. And immediately, Miss Perfect Angel rats both me and my friend out. And so the school calls our parents' cell phones, which we don't have at the time. And so we all get caught and we all get screwed. And it was all for a girl that like peer pressured me in to ditching. And the worst part about this is that she was like not even hot. Like she was, I don't even know what I was thinking. But my point is that don't get peer pressured into doing anything unless she's really super hot, in which case, no, I'm just kidding, you probably shouldn't still. I mean, like, if she's like 10 out of 10 hot, then, you know, maybe, but seriously, like, don't get peer pressured. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. PS3 dudes, I'm doing your open lobby this weekend. Add It's Not Drew on PSN, and I'll invite my friends list, and we will game it up, and I love you all very much.